In this video, we're going to focus on how we can put a $sign or anything as a title or label at the very top of the Y skill in chartjs 4. To do this, the first thing what we need is the border template, which you can find here on chartjs3.com getting started. Once you're on here, scroll down and copy this chunk of code and you're good to go. Next, if you want to have the source code of this video and many others, check out my Patreon page. And of course, got a question, put it on Discord. So to put in here a text, what we have to do here first is to scroll down here and have access to that. And so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to say a comma, we're going to make a custom plugin. So it's a plugins, and we can call this our Y scale top title or label, anything you can imagine. So just copy that. Then we're going to say a constant equals this. Then the ID equals the same. And then of course you can say here before datasets draw or after, it doesn't really matter. So we're going to put in chart, args, and plugin options. And then once we did this, we're going to say constant. Then we're going to say equal to chart. And in here, what do I need is a few things. We're going to say CTX. Because we want to draw in the canvas, we probably need the scales and specifically the X, or I think specifically the Y scale, but we can do X and Y, but I'll just do the Y scale here, just to keep it nice and clean. So once we did this, I'm going to say ctx.save to save all variables above, and then we're going to say ctx, and then let's see what we need. Well, what we need to do here is we need a few things. To put in a text here, we need to know the exact coordinates of this area. So what I'm going to do is very simple. First, we're going to say here the font, ctx.font, just to give it a design. So I'm going to say here this will be bold, and let's close that. And then I'm going to say this will be maybe 20 pixels, and then we're going to say here the font family will be sans serif. So once we did this, the next thing I want to do here is put in the font or the text. So say text, what is it? Fill text. That's it. And then in here, we're going to say that whatever the text is, let's say we just want a $sign, very straightforward. And then we need here the X and Y coordinates. So how do we get this? We know that this is the 0.0 in the very top. However, we want to be just here below and making sure it just matches nicely. So what I can do is in the Y scale, we have access to items as well. For example, if I want to get here the height, we can say here y.top, which would calculate basically the top from this area here. It calculates nicely. And of course, how many pixels do I want to go to the left? Because this is the left side of the scale, this is the right side. So we can say here x.right. If I save this, refresh, all right. And of course, this is not x, my bad. It is the Y scale. We're still talking about the Y scale, but it will be on the X position. Let's save that. This is why we get the error. There we are. So now we're getting something, but not satisfied yet. I want to push it up. I want to push it more to the left. We're figuring out how we can get the center of it. So what we could do here is basically say constant. Let's say this is the Y center equals the right side, which is higher than the left side. So say here, maybe then divide by 2. I guess that would make the most sense. So I can grab that, put it in here. Save, refresh. All right, now we have a bit of a tricky part here, because you can see here this line is about 8 pixels. Same as down here, this has a 8 pixels. So what I need to do here is I need to figure out, before we divide this by 2, I need to probably remove 8 pixels so we have the right position or size. So what I'm going to do here, minus 8 pixels, and after that I want to divide it by 2. Let's save that again. There we are. And then now we need to center this. So let's start to work on centering this. So we can say here ctx.text align equals center. All right, save, refresh. All right, that looks better. Let's push it up. So we have here the Y top. Here's the thing with the Y top. It is exactly this part here. Maybe we can do it with a ctx.text baseline. And we can say here, from the bottom, we push it up onwards. So let's save that, refresh. All right, We can now move it maybe a little bit higher because we have a 20 pixels. So what we could do here is minus, let's say 10 pixels. Let's see if we do halfway. I think that would be more than enough. And now we have in the very center our dollar sign here. And that's basically it.